Welcome students. Today in this video we will study about matter and its composition part 2 chapter 1 class 7 chemistry. Dear students, in the first part video of this chapter we discussed about matter and states of matter. Now today in this video, we will study about important properties of solids, liquids and gases, change in state of matter, solid-liquid interconversion, liquid-gas interconversion, sublimation, the composition of matter and chemical bonds. So dear students, let's start. Our second point is compressibility. A solid is practically non-compressible. A liquid is compressible to a very little extent, but a gas is compressible to a very great extent. Because the intermolecular space is very small in solid, larger in liquid and largest in a gas. As the intermolecular space increases, the molecules can be pushed together more easily. And the third point is fluidity. Solids do not flow, but liquids and gases do. This is because intermolecular force is very strong in solid, but not in liquid and gases. For this property, liquids and gases are called fluids because they can flow. It is the natural tendency of gases to flow from a higher pressure to a lower pressure zone. The intermolecular force is larger in the higher pressure zone than in the lower pressure zone, and so the flow. And the next point is thermal expansion. Thermal expansion means expansion on being heated. Means ki suppose when we want to heat solid, liquid or gas, how much they expand. Earlier also we discussed this. Solid expand very little and liquid in comparison to solid little bit more, but a very little extent, and gases expand more violently. So the thermal expansion of a solid is very small, liquid is larger and gas is the largest. On being heated, the molecules absorb energy to move further apart. The smaller the intermolecular force, the farthest the molecule will move and the larger the expansion. This results in the above mentioned effect. As you know, earlier also we discussed in solids intermolecular force is very high, so the molecules cannot move away, and liquid also intermolecular force is high in comparison to the gas, but in comparison to the solid it is less. So in liquid also and in gas the intermolecular force is very weak and the intermolecular space is very large, so the molecules can easily move from one place to another. So when we heat a gas, the molecules of a gas can move away. Now there are 6 phases of changes also. You can see it is very important topic. You can get question also from this topic. What is melting? When solid convert into liquid, it is called melting. Freezing, when liquid convert into solid, is freezing. Like water can convert into ice cubes. This is freezing. Solid to liquid means when ice cubes melt down and convert into water. This is called melting. Third, evaporation, liquid to gas. When we boil the water will convert into water vapors. Water vapors is a type of gas only, na? So liquid to gas, that is evaporation. Now condensation, gas to liquid, water vapors. These are the examples I am giving you. Gas to liquid means ki water vapors, when they condense or you can see cool down, they can again convert into droplets of water. So gas to liquid condensation. Sublimation means कि without converting into liquid, when a solid convert into a gas, this is called sublimation. Solid to gas, like camphor, you know, everyone is having at home camphor, naphthalene balls. Directly they convert into the gas. So this phenomenon is called the sublimation. Solid to gas. Deposition, gas to solid. You can see in this figure, water changes its state on being heated or cooled. Ice, when heat ice, it will convert into water. When heat water, it will convert into water vapors, means gas. So solid convert into liquid, liquid convert into gas. After that, again, when we cool down the water vapors, it will become again water, means liquid. Gas convert into liquid. And when we freeze or when we more cool the water, it will convert into the ice cubes, means solid. So this cycle will go on. So students, look at this picture. By seeing this diagram, you are able to understand the concept of intermolecular space in solid, liquid and gas. In solid, as you are able to see in the diagram, they are very near. So intermolecular space in solid is very less. And in comparison to the solid, in liquid, intermolecular space is larger. In comparison to the solid, it's clearly visible in the diagram. And in gas, in comparison to the solid and liquid, it is largest and most loosely held molecules in the gases. So this is the diagram of intermolecular space in solid, liquid and gas. Dear students, you can see the intermolecular space in solid, liquid and gases clearly in this figure. You can see in solid, molecules are very tightly held, and in comparison to solid, in liquid, loosely held molecules, and in gases, most loosely held molecules. So in solid molecules, intermolecular space is very less. In comparison to solid, in liquid, little bit more, and in gases, most loosely held molecules with more intermolecular space in comparison to solid as well as liquid. Now, composition of matter. Matter is ultimately composed of elements. So we should know what is the elements. The proper definition of element is a substance that cannot be split into smaller substances by a chemical reactions is called an element. Again, I am repeating. A substance that cannot be split. Focus on this verb. A substance that cannot be split into smaller substances by a chemical reaction is called an element. There are few examples of elements are hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, carbon, copper, and they are represented by symbol like hydrogen by H, oxygen by O, iron by Fe, copper by Cu, etc. When two or more elements chemically combine together, they form the compound. And the proper definition of compound is a compound can be split. Again, I am forcing on these words, can be split. Just now we read the definition of element na, cannot be split, and in compound can be split into its constituent elements by a chemical means. A substance that can be split into simpler substance by a chemical means is called a compound. So there is a difference between element and compound. Element cannot be split into a smaller substance, and compound can be split into a simpler substance by a chemical means. Examples of compounds are hydrogen combined with oxygen to form water. Water is a compound, hydrogen and oxygen are elements, and water is a compound. As we read the definition, when two or more elements combine together, means hydrogen is an element, oxygen is an element. When they both combine together, they form the water. Water formula is H2O. So water is a compound and it can be split into hydrogen and oxygen. Now our next topic is atoms and molecules. If we go on subdividing an element, we will arrive at the part that cannot be divided further. This is called an atom, and the proper definition of atom is: an atom is the smallest part of an element that takes part in a chemical reaction. It cannot be independently exist. And what is molecule? A molecule is the smallest part of an element or a compound that is capable of independent existence. Just focus on these words. Atoms cannot be independently exist, but molecules can independently exist. When one or two atoms of the same element combine together, they form the molecule. Now, the proper definition of a molecule, again I am repeating. A molecule is the smallest part of an element or a compound that is capable of independent existence. I can give you few examples of molecules as well as atoms. Like hydrogen. Two atoms of hydrogen, when combined together, they form the molecule of hydrogen. You can see in the diagram also. Nitrogen. Two atoms of nitrogen are here. They form a one molecule of nitrogen. And what are the examples of atom? Single hydrogen atom. Means it represented by one single H, and oxygen one atom O. Now what is chemical bond? Chemical bond is the force that holds any two atoms in a molecule together. Again I am repeating, chemical bond is the force that holds any two atoms in a molecule together is called a chemical bond. This is the definition of chemical bond. You can write in your copy. So now students, our chapter is completed. Now I am summarizing the chapter. The important points I am repeating again so that you understand well. Anything that occupies space and has mass is called matter. The space anything occupies is called its volume. The amount of matter anything contains is called its mass. All these are the definition of mass, volume and matter. Now, matter is made up of extremely small particles called molecules. There is some space called intermolecular space between the molecules. Remember this, na? Intermolecular space and intermolecular force. Molecules are held together by a force called intermolecular force, or you can say it cohesion. Matter exists in three states: solid, liquid and gaseous. Important properties of solids, liquid and gases can be understood in terms of intermolecular space and intermolecular force. The change in state of matter from one another is called interconversion of state. If you remember this, I explained one diagram na, when ice convert into water and water can convert into water vapors, and when we cool down the water vapors, again it will convert into liquid state. And when we freeze this liquid state of water freeze it, it will convert into solid state, means ice cubes. An element is a substance that cannot be split into simpler substances by chemical means. This is the definition of element also. A compound is a substance that can be split or broken down into simpler substances by chemical means. Matter is made up of extremely small parts called molecules that can exist independently. Molecules are made up of still smaller parts called atoms, which do not generally exist independently. A molecule of an element is made up of atoms of only one kind. A molecule of a compound is made up of atoms of two or more kinds. The force that holds atoms together is called a chemical bond. A chemical bond is much stronger than an intermolecular force. Thank you students for watching this video. Write your name, class and section in the comment box.